It is a bittersweet day today, isn't it, for us teachers, where we um, get to finally enjoy the summer break. But many of us have gotten our kids to a point where they are so much more mature and you're ready to get going with them, and now you have to pass them off to the next grade. So it's a bit of a bittersweet moment, but oh, it's the last day of school, so it can be kind of exciting. However, if you're a parent, you've got your hands full, don't you? Because the sun is out, the kids are super excited. I mean, I'm excited, let alone them. And all they want to do is be out there. But you can't do that every moment. So, what we're going to do is talk about some activities you can do in your home and outside. And we might even mesh it up a little bit. Have some fun there, right? So, the first thing we're going to be looking at is what can we do at home. So, you could do a little reading, not too exciting, but they can do this. They can take ownership of doing a little bit of reading, maybe 10-15 minutes, nothing big, nothing too stressful. Perhaps they can write a sentence, or depending on how old they are, a little bit more, and describe what they read to you, or write a letter, make it more fun, write a letter to a relative and tell them a little bit about the story that they read about, and then they can tell you about it verbally. So you're practicing different skills there. You might want to do a little bit of math if that's possible, but if not, that's okay, I understand. Now, how do we make it a lot more exciting? So let's say that your kids are into cars, because my son's into cars right now. So let's say that's what they're into. You are out at the beach. Well, take it out there. Why not? So in if they're out there, you can design what an ideal car might look like for them. They can actually create it right there in the sand. Draw it out together with you, take a picture of it. Go home, when you're home, they can actually sketch it out now because you're practicing some art there. They can do some research to figure out what parts do I need, where do I need to go, how do I need to build this. Start getting this together, build it, and you're getting research skills in there. You're getting them to craft it. They At this point, if they're going to actually build it, they need to do some measurement. There's a whole lot of math and a lot of other things that go in there. Maybe they're doing a little bit of history, because you got to learn from history what didn't work, what's going to work. So I do this in my classroom and it works phenomenally. And so you can do this at home for any child, a child who has autism, a child who has ADHD, a child who has dyslexia. They don't have to write, they can draw it. A child who just has very little attention span right now because it is a summer break. It really doesn't matter. You can cater to almost any learning need based on making it a creative project that it can start right from inside and go out and then bring it right back in. Another activity you can do is when you're outside, you notice things outside. Oh, look, the trees, they are so beautiful. What shades do we see out there? What do we smell, especially for the younger ones? How can we do something fun with this? Maybe we can create our own little postcards to send to people. We can design it based on what we're seeing outside. Then we can flip it and write something fun to really excite our audience. Who's our audience? Maybe it's grandma and grandpa, maybe it's an auntie, maybe it's a pen pal. So you want to engage them as much as possible in different forms of learning without them knowing. Now, if you are looking for a full list of things to do, my friend, I've got you covered, because I've got a free resource that I will link to in the description or in my blog post. There's also a paid version, but you get to choose what works for you and your family. All right? I will link to both. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful summer break. Take care. Remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Take care. Bye.